Okay, I'm just going to go through the 12-bar blues structure for you. Now, on this sheet of music here, we've just got the chord structure. So we've got 12 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we've got the chords which are written on top. So we've got the C minor 7 chord, which appears in chord 1. We've got the F minor 7 chord, which appears in chord 5. Then we go back to the C minor 7 chord. Then we go to the G7 chord, F minor 7 chord, and C minor 7 chord. So they're the chords that are played by the guitar in this example. And when we're playing the bass, we put our bass line underneath that chord progression. Okay, so in a minute I'll play it for you, but before I do, I just want to remind you about how we read sheet music. So this here is a bass clef. This here is the time signature, and the top number tells us that there are 4 beats in every bar. So you can have as many notes as you like in a bar, and this here is a bar. It's not, it adds up to 4. So I've got the counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's how you would count it while you were playing it. And these strokes here are just like the rhythm that we would be using. In this case, we'll be using crotchets. Right, so I'm just going to play it for you, and then we're just going to follow the chord progression. Yeah, so it starts C minor 7 up to bar 2. 3. Now we go to F minor 7 for 2 bars. Then we go back to C minor 7 for 2 bars. Now G7, F minor 7, and C minor 7 for 2 bars. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of how the 12-bar blues structure happens. I suppose the last thing I just want you to be aware of is the chords that they use in the scale of C minor 7 are chord 1. The F minor 7 is chord 4. Then we go back to chord 1. Then we go chord 5, chord 4, and back to chord 1. So in 12-bar blues, that's the structure that they use. And every verse plays around that type of structure. So no matter what key you're in, you're always using the first chord, the fourth chord, and the fifth chord in that particular pattern. All right, so let's go and have a look at what we're actually playing. Oops, wrong way, this one. Here. Okay, so this is what our next exercise is. And before you have a play with it, I just want to go through a few things. So here at the top, we've got the bass clef. And again, this part here, that is standard notation, okay? Under here is the tab notation. So these 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, they represents the strings of the guitar, of the bass guitar. This bottom line here is the open E string. So when we're starting on this first note here with the 3, we're actually starting on the A string, and that 3 represents the 3rd fret of the guitar. Okay, so some people like to use both when they're reading music. Okay, the tab helps you know where to put your fingers on the fretboard. However, the notation above gives you all the rhythm and the actual music notes. The other thing I just wanted to show you as well was there's a couple of accidentals, if you like, in this piece. So it starts on C here. This one here is an E flat. We have a flat there. We have another flat here. I have another flat there, and those flats represent where we move backwards or downwards or one step back on the fretboard. So if you're playing E, you actually move a step back to play E flat. The same with B flat here. You play B, you look for B on the fretboard, and then you actually play a step back, and that makes it a flattened note. This one here, this is called natural, and that cancels out any flats or sharps, and so there you just play normal G. Okay, so good luck with it.